Kylie Bertucci, Stampin Up Demonstrator in Australia, here with you. Impromptu live video. It has been a while since I've gone live on my Demonstrator training page, but we have exciting news that we have a new training program that is open literally, what is the date today? The 20th of September here in Australia, the 19th for the rest of you. But we literally have like 10 days left to sign up for our Demonstrator training program that starts on the 1st of October and runs for an entire year. Now, some of you may have some questions about this training program. Firstly, the reason that we only have it open for 1 month and the reason why you sign up for an entire year is because we've seen the progress in those that sign up for an entire year, because sadly the human tendency is that when things get tough, we pull out or we quit or we pull back, or the time that we need the most support is when we sort of shy away from it. So we have found that by giving yourself a full year of training, that it makes the biggest impact to your business, because it does take time to build a business, any business, but particularly Stampin' Up, because there's just so many different elements to building a good Stampin' Up solid foundation in your business with Stampin' Up. So we have found that the whole year helps you to see the gamut of ups and downs that you go through, and when you go through those ups and downs, that you have the support you need to celebrate success, but also to be able to get the support you need when things are tough, because it really does get tough at times. We might have personality conflicts, we might have issues within our team, we may lose a customer to another demonstrator, and dealing with those emotional issues that come up, it can be challenging doing it on our own. And I've seen demonstrators literally drop the bundle when they've gone through a tough time. Either a fellow demonstrator has said something that's hurt your feelings, maybe Stampin' Up has made some changes and it really, kicks you to the core, like it really affects you emotionally. So being able to combat these things that come up, even personal things, health issues, financial issues, there's so many things that we get thrown at us that we need as much support as we possibly can get to help us, not only with our businesses, but personally, to stay balanced in life, because it's not easy now. So this training program will help you throughout the entire year, which is an entire Stampin' Up year. That runs from October 1st, 2019, so starting next month, up until September 30th, 2020. I can't believe we're saying 2020. Seriously? 2020? Where is time going? So we know that it is going to be such an amazing training program this year. I think this is our 4th year of running this program, and each year is just getting better and better because we're learning from everyone that takes part in the program. We're refining it. We're improving it continually because we want to listen to those that are taking part in the program. And we're also applying information that we ourselves are learning. I was able to go through B School with Marie Forleo. This training program cost thousands of dollars to take part in. Literally thousands of dollars to do that training program, which was absolutely amazing. But not everyone can afford to do a training program like that. But being able to share that information, the top things that I know is going to help you in your Stampin' Up business, is just so valuable for all of you. And literally for the entire year, like I did 6 weeks with Marie Forleo and paid thousands, and we're doing an entire year of support, and you only have to pay $300 Australian. Like, I'm making it so affordable so that as many demonstrators can take part and get the support that they need in their businesses, and sharing this information that we've been able to learn from all different aspects of our training around the world that we've received, and also our own personal experience, things that we've had to learn as a couple, we're self-taught. We don't have any training like university degree in marketing, and yet a lot of it has been quite intuitive. We've learnt as we've gone along, and a lot of it comes down to the consistency that we've been able to implement in our business, the processes that we've put in place, and also customer service. I'm so grateful for being in hospitality for over 18 years because that actually taught me how to look after a customer. It's surprising how rare that is these days. Now, Shelley Lee has just asked a really good question. Can demonstrators in the US also take your training? Absolutely. This is a worldwide training for anyone who wants to take part. And the exciting thing is that we have speakers from all around the world that are taking part in this training. We have 4 talks per month. Now, those 4 talks will consist of me giving an introduction video of the month, and that's to review our previous month as well as looking at what challenges we've set for you for the month ahead. Then you'll have 3 other talks from top demonstrators around the world that are totally experienced in this field. They have done the hard yards and they have seen success in their businesses. And hearing from other demonstrators, we found, has really helped to sort of round out everyone's idea of what is going to work for them. And some sort of take bits and pieces from each speaker, and then you sort of make your business your own, because you need to work out, are you going to do face-to-face? Are you going to do online? Are you going to do a mixture of both? And will that change? You might start doing both. You might start just face-to-face, and then eventually as your business changes, you might change with it. And that's the exciting thing, is we have speakers that have experienced the gamut of those different face-to-face, online, the transition of both. We have Lisa Curcio that's joining us again this year, and she is brilliant, such a brilliant speaker. She's had health issues to combat. She's got family changes. She's had so many different things happen in her Stampin' Up career, and we're talking a legacy. She's been around for decades with Stampin' Up, and to be able to tap into someone's knowledge like that, where she, I even remember being on an incentive trip with her when she was making the shift from face-to-face to online, and it's scary even for someone who's been around for a long time. That is a really scary step to make. And so being able to hear from her and hear her experience of what she's learnt from Stampin' Up, what she's overcome. She's overcome Stampin' Up's compensation plan changes, which was super tough for a lot of US demonstrators. That was a really, really tough time. We experienced it here in Australia. We had some demonstrators leave, and it's really hard sort of going with the different things that can come up out of the blue, even personally in our own lives, and being able to tap into demonstrators that have learned to cope and still be able to not only just cope but flourish with the changes. It's so encouraging. You just will be like, oh my goodness, this is totally possible. If it's something that you've wanted to maybe just see a few changes, like maybe just get a few extra customers or get your first customer. Maybe it could be building a viable team, or even just getting your first team member. Maybe it's like getting an income of a certain amount. Maybe it's getting the trip. Like whatever your goals are, the exciting thing with this training program is it suits people that are just starting out. We've had ones that literally have just started with Stampin' Up, and we've seen incredible success. That this is the first thing that they've done in their Stampin' Up training. They've never done anything else. They're literally brand new to Stampin' Up. My top example is Donna Gray, and she's an Australian demonstrator who is not in my team, and she didn't even know that there was such thing as an incentive trip when she joined my training, and I'm pretty sure she hadn't even hit the 2-year mark as a demonstrator. She'd been a demonstrator less than 2 years, and she earned that trip. And she said, honestly, if it wasn't for the training that I got doing Kylie's training, she goes, there's no way I would have got the trip because I didn't even know it existed. So seeing the progress, that if you apply the direction and you're ready for some hard work, because I'm not saying this is a magic pill, it's hard work. Get there's Donna. How long was it? How long had you been a demo, Donna, before you got your first trip? I'm really interested in this. I'm pretty sure it was around the 18-month mark, but I could be wrong. She'll correct me in a moment, I'm sure. But it honestly is so, yep, less than 2 years. So it's so incredible when you have the right information and you're willing to take that information and run with it. The sky's the limit. It really is so exciting what you can do. So you might be a new demonstrator and thinking, is this right for me? Totally. But you might be a veteran. You might have been around a long time. You could be earning trips already. And you just need that little bit of extra oomph to just keep you going, keep you motivated, give you support. Because the thing when you are a demonstrator is you're giving to your team constantly. If you have a team that's getting bigger, it starts to take from you. It takes all this energy out of you. And what can start happening is you're not filling yourself up and your team is taking from you, which is great. You need to give to your team. You need energy to give to them. But if you don't fill yourself up with good stuff and positivity and great ideas and motivation and enthusiasm, you are going to become really resentful of your team. You're going to get tired. And if you're already seeing that you're just like, I can't do it anymore. I'm just really tired. I can't do it. They're just sapping the life out of me. If it's feeling like that, if you feel like that about your team, then it's time to give yourself a good injection of positivity, encouragement, and support. You need support to be able to keep going in this business. So Donna said, I've only just gone 3 years in July and earned 2 trips. Go Donna. And look, I'm not saying that we're the cause of Donna's success. Absolutely not. Donna has totally done this on her own. Full props to Donna. But the exciting thing is that she's been given the support. She's been given something to help prop her skills that she already clearly had. And it's almost like having someone believe that you can. It's like, I looked at Donna, I'm like, you can totally blitz this. You've got the goods, girl. You go for it. You run with it and you go for it. And she did. And look at her. Tina asked me, how did you get hubby involved in your business? That's a very good question, Tina. I think the big catalyst to Bruno changing and becoming more involved in Stampin' Up was a change in me, because I realized I was sort of closing it off from him. I wasn't including him. And he, even though he necessarily wasn't that interested, just involving him has made a big difference. And also that first incentive trip that we did together, also inviting him along to on stage. At the time it was called the convention. It helped him to see where he could help me and how he could be a support. And we've grown together over the years. It's only in the last 2 years that Bruno has quit his job and joined the Stampin' Up business. So now we run it together as a couple. And that was a big change. And so being able to share that with all of you, just that process of sort of, you know, it's a bit scary. Like this is it. This is our income. Stampin' Up is all we have to pay our bills, pay our mortgage, feed us. This is it. This is all we have. We don't have anything extra. So it's really exciting to see what Stampin' Up has been able to do for us, and even the trips that we've been able to do together. There's no way we have got to have seen the world that we've seen, traveling to Greece and Italy, and it's just like, pinch us now. Donna said it changed my life taking them on the trip. Yeah. And I think the big thing was Bruno seeing an incentive trip, because Stampin' Up they just know how to do an event. Seriously, they just know how to put on a trip, and you just feel absolutely 100% appreciated and spoilt and even loved. Like Shelley and Sarah are just so giving. They're there, they're available, all their family are there and they're available to talk to. It really is. And even just seeing all these top demonstrators that you absolutely adore, like Dawn Griffith saying hello to you. Dawn just said hello to me. I think I was just as excited when her hubby Richard said hi too. They're just the cutest couple. Patty, Bennett, like poodles. You meet all these amazing people on these trips, and it's just the most exciting thing. You just literally cannot believe. You're turning around and you're seeing all the people that you love, and you're just like, is this for real? Is this really happening? All my excited, mentors, people that mean so much to us in our Stampin' Up business, and they're there willing to talk to us and say hello, and it's just amazing, seriously. This is my dream, Linda said. I know, it was our dream, and seriously, it's happened. We cannot believe it's still happening. So it's just so nice to sort of understand that it is possible. It doesn't have to stay a dream, and that if you are willing to do the work and put in that time and sacrifice a few things, that it can happen. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy. It's probably the hardest thing that Bruno and I have ever done in our life. However, it's resulted in incredible growth personally. We've learnt so much about ourselves. We've learnt so much about technology and marketing, blogging and setting up processes, being consistent. I'm like the worst at consistency. And it's been really, really challenging for me to stick to tasks and keep that going, day after day, week after week, year after year. But it has resulted in some really cool stuff. So it totally is possible for anyone. If I can do it, seriously, anyone can do it if you just have that get up and go. And that's what this training program will do for you. You can see basically the group in itself has hundreds of people from all around the globe that support one another. You have 24/7. Someone's always online. Someone's always there if you have questions, or if you need to vent, or if you need to talk, or if you want to celebrate your success. It's not seen as, oh, braggy, look how brag. No, we want to hear what you're achieving. Even if it's like, I got my first team member, or I hit for the first time. We've had a number of, in the training program at the moment, for the first time, a lot of them have hit the accelerator. And this is really exciting stuff. Like, for some people, they're like, what's the accelerator? Well, that's the sort of things you learn from this training program. It opens up this whole other world of Stampin' Up you didn't know about. You're going to be really excited to learn about green pie. We talk about green pie fairly often in the training program. Give me some green pie. And if you don't know what green pie is, you're going to want to know about it. Green pie is like the bomb. So there's all sorts of support, and you have your talks from the 3 people and myself every month. Bruno will also be doing talks as well. He's got some brilliant information that he shares. We also have a challenge that we set every month. Now, the challenge is there to push you out of your comfort zone and to really help you to see what is possible when you attempt something you haven't done before. We also have a newsletter, a monthly newsletter that has a rundown of what's happening for the month that has just happened, as well as what's coming ahead, as well as links to all of the speakers, and everything is all in that newsletter, just so that it's all succinct, and it helps sort of make sense of the group, because the group is just forever changing. It's a Facebook group. There's so much going on. It can feel very overwhelming. So the newsletter is just a great way of just summarizing what has gone on in the group. So we're really, really excited about the training program next year. We've made a couple of changes. One of the changes is that we've reduced the price, which some would say is a bit crazy when we're actually seeing an increase in the amount that are joining up. But the whole reason for that is just to make it more affordable so that more can take part. And we just know that when you invest in something, there has to be a little bit of a sting, because when you invest in something, you're more likely to do something with it. I know for my Crazy Crafters team, I keep reminding them because they get given the training program for free, and I have to keep reminding them. I almost tell them, put the money away and put it in a jar, and just, you're not allowed to touch it, because sometimes when you're given something for free, you don't appreciate it as much, and you don't have the motivation there. When you sacrifice a little bit of money, it's like, I've really got to make this worthwhile. I've got to do something to make this work. And that's a good thing. That's a good motivator. I know I need motivation sometimes, and that's why I set up things like groups, and I make myself accountable to people, because I know that then it will be the best version of me, because I've made myself accountable. So Donna's just said she loves the green pie. Oh yeah, we love the green pie. So I know that it's going to be an incredible year. We've shortened the talks as well. They were sometimes up to an hour or more. We have shortened it to 15 minutes to half an hour maximum. Now, the reason for that is life is just getting crazy. We are so busy. We have so much that we need to accomplish. So we've decided that by making the talks shorter, more succinct, they pack a punch. There's a lot in that 15 minutes, but it's going to be easy to catch up with. If you miss a video live, when you watch the replay, it's going to be a whole lot easier to watch that replay, because it's 15 minutes. It's like, come on, I can do this. It's only 15 minutes out of my day. But if it's sort of getting to the hour mark, you know, it's just really difficult to keep up with, you know, so many talks that are an hour long. So we're really excited about that change. We also have some amazing speakers. I just want to mention some of them already that we have, and there will be more to come. I know more have said yes, but just haven't signed up to the speaker sign up form. But just to run through a few of the people, we've got Lindsay Mayen, Erica Serwin, Lisa Curcio, Alison Okamitsu, Patsy Wagner, Kay Cogbill, Genevieve Coe, Jessica Brigden, Zara Premji, Emma Goddard, Alison Solvin, Amy Condes, Rachel Tessman, Kelly Aitchison, and Ange McKay. And we also have an external speaker, and she spoke for us last year, and that's Sophie Zadda. Now, Sophie is a body language expert, and we were thrilled to have her speak for us last year. She will be speaking again. And her topic, I just confirmed her talk today. It's going to be creating feelings of confidence and positivity to tackle life's challenges. Now, does that sound like a talk that you would love? Creating feelings of confidence and positivity to tackle life's challenges. Is that not timely or what? She's just going to be absolutely amazing. She's been a Stampin Up employee in the past, and now she just does this business of helping people understand body language, helping people to become more confident, particularly women in business. And I just thought she was just the perfect speaker to have. And she more than likely will be doing more than one talk, because she is just so brilliant. And I know you're going to love hearing from her. So a lot of exciting things ahead, a lot of incredible speakers to look forward to hearing from. If you have any questions whatsoever about this training program, please don't hesitate to ask. We will put the link up so that you can see even more information about it. But we really hope to see you there, because it's going to be amazing, like so amazing. So don't miss out. And at the end of the day, the little sacrifice financially is going to be absolutely worth it, especially if you apply it, because your business will grow and it will support you in that investment. Because the only way to move forward in business is to invest, either with your time or financially. Any business in the world that you look at, it does not come for free. It does not come without some sacrifice. My father has owned businesses all his life. He opened restaurants, and he had to pay $200,000 at times for a restaurant. And that meant working full time for years before he even paid off that business. You know, you look at Stampin Up, we barely invest a cent, and then somehow we expect it to just take off with no investment. Because even the starter kit, we pay for the starter kit. Yeah, okay, we've paid money, but we get product. So we haven't even actually paid anything. We haven't invested anything. We haven't got anything on the line. So it's really important that if you want to take that next step, is understanding that you are going to have to invest to really make the most of it. And I know for me, I've invested in training, in books, my time. There's so many things that I've done to enable me to be where I am in my business. It doesn't come without a sacrifice. So looking forward to welcoming you to our amazing training program. Please ask any questions if you have some, and I'm excited for you. If you join, you're just going to be so happy. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Mwah! Bye everyone.